orange trees. So, just sitting in the middle of that with all of that coming
Mm.
around you. Again, you close your eyes and you've transported to wherever that place is you want to be.
And so what's in this bottle is a little bit of all those parts of Lionel's backyard that inspire him, that literally calm him. As you can only imagine, the life and the schedule that Lionel Richie has not, had in his heyday. He's still in his heyday and still
So yeah,
carrying
yeah,
on the
no.
biggest schedule. I can't even imagine where you get all your energy, but we're so thankful that you're going strong and your new tour in this country starts in just a couple of weeks. So this is a treat to have, this is Lionel Richie with us live tonight. What a
You
treat.
know, I must tell you that I think we want to add one more very important thing. This is me standing still is the treat. Because normally, it's you catch the plane and you do the show, and you catch the plane and you do the show. This is one of those moments where I can actually sit still and communicate with my audience.
Yeah.
That is something I don't get a chance to do when you are moving so fast. A lot of times you don't get a chance to just sit and explain your life and what
Yeah.
you're about.
Kind of like Can't Slow Down, another bestseller.
Where did you get that from? See, again, here we go. Well, that album was just so successful. But
It was a
what
two-time
I
Grammy
must
Award
tell
winner,
you,
wasn't it?
yes, it was.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it had the songs of life in it between All Night Long and Hello. I mean, we were off to the races at that point. But for me, it was really my big introduction to not the East Coast and the West Coast. What I have found with my music, it's the folks between New York and LA. Stuck on You is stuck on you. All night long is all night long. Easy like Sunday morning. There's only one way to say it. And I'll tell you a little backstory of this. I was in China and we're playing, and all of a sudden, all the kids, they would call me teacher.
Hmm.
And I kept saying, why are the kids calling me teacher, teacher, teacher? And I said, I'm not, what's going on? And the lady said, we teach English on your songs.
Oh my
Easy like
gosh.
Sunday morning,
Oh my gosh, that is
stuck on
so,
you. Follow me? Hello,
yes.
is it me you're looking for?
Oh,
So, I mean, these are simple phrases of English that, when wrapped around a melody, it becomes teaching a language.
say you, say me. I mean,
Say
wow.
me.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's really awesome. Oh my gosh, what
Isn't that fascinating?
that is
That's fa-
really,
that's
love those
fascinating.
little stories. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing so many of those personal moments. For those of you just tuning in, I know we've passed into our second hour tonight with Lionel. What a treat this is to have him joining us live for the launch of his latest fragrance, his newest fragrance. It is only here at HSN, and it is only today that we're doing this price. For this 3.4 ounce, which is in retail when it hits the retail stores in maybe Christmas time, that's like 6 months down the
Right.
road. It's going to be 59, and you will not get the Rollerball then. This is another an extra bonus or enhancement that we are including today, only here. It's an exclusive opportunity to get the most incredible new fragrance, and we're going to break it down, show you the top notes, the middle notes, the base notes. That's how fragrance works. And I'll say it again, that Lionel, he literally created a fragrance to kind of match the title of one of his best-selling songs, Easy Like Sunday Morning.
Right.
He wanted this fragrance to really embody what we hopefully feel on at least one day a week on a Sunday morning when, hopefully, the day that you just kick back, relax, whether you go to church or you sit and read a paper with a cup of coffee or tea or a mimosa with friends. It's really pretty spot on what you've done here. So do you mind
Well,
going through it
if
again?
you if I can step through it and tell you the whole thing, if I can create a moment of easy like Sunday morning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I've accomplished the goal.
Hmm.
Because what happens when you put the fragrance on, it's supposed to transport you to a mood, to a change of feeling, to a change of who you are. And a lot of times in the middle of a day, you want a place to bail out. And of course, nothing does it better than a fragrance, or a great song. Now, I must tell you, if you're trying to do work in the middle of the day, I love Easy Like Sunday Morning, but trying to play it while you're doing a job sometimes can be a problem, But a fragrance will absolutely take you through the day. So this is Easy Like Sunday Morning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
Yeah.
Saturday,
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah, any day of the week, any time of the
Hey,
day, whether it's going to work
there
or
we
it's
go.
going out on a date or it's just wanting to smell fresh and clean, going to the grocery store and doing what you do, taking the kids to school or going to the
Yep,
PTA meeting at
yep,
the end of their school day. There's something really special. People will stop you. They will say, "What is that?"
yeah,
Because no one
yeah,
knows it yet. This is only
yeah.
here, and you're going to be such a handful of people in the world that are going to be able to kind of introduce this. Fragrances
Isn't
really
that
do.
isn't that that is wild. That is wild what you're saying.
Mm,
This is like the first play of a record, and you go, okay, I wonder what it's going to be like.
mm.
But the truth of the matter is, it's been a wonderful labor of love. I won't even say labor, because it's one of those things where I've enjoyed the process, but people want to be recognized, but at the same time, they want to feel good.
Right.
For God's sakes, in this day and age that we have, please let me find a place or a scent or a mood that can take me to a place where I can relax and be cool about it. And, again, this is whatever you want it to be, but I promise you, the fragrance will take you to that place where
It,
you can actually be calm.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of a magical journey. It does kind of transport you to a place that we only, for most of us, just dream of going. Maybe a little more on a regular basis would be nice. Like that perfect vacation where just, oh, here we go.
That's why I'm easy.
I need to listen to this.
I'm easy like Sunday
Oh,
morning.
it's hard to have a favorite of all of your songs. In fact, I was reading up on you again today, just familiarizing myself with your career. It's so funny. You type in Lionel Richie's best-selling songs, and it's like, bloop, bloop. There's like 50. It's like
Yeah.
you've really. Do you know when you've got a hit on your hands, Lionel?
Well, truthfully, in my world, there's only two places. Of course, you hear it played in the world, but more importantly, when you know you've got a hit, is when I go to the show and I'm finding it difficult. They paid the money to come and hear themselves sing. In other words, my joke with my audience is, I don't see anywhere on the billboard where it said, "Come and have karaoke night with Lionel Richie." No, it said, "Come and hear Lionel Richie." But when you've got 80,000 people, we just left Europe, and I'll tell you, when you've got 80, 70, 80, in certain cases, 100,000 people in the audience, they're going to be louder than I am. So I find my joke is, okay, let me get this straight. You came to hear yourself sing with me, kinda. This is karaoke night with Lionel Richie.
Oh, it's got to be
So
such
it's
a high
it's a fun it's a
compliment.
fun experience.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful. To me, at this stage of my life right now, you only pray for uh, a song to stay around.
Oh,
If you don't hear it on the radio, it still stays around. The same thing happens with a fragrance. You want a fragrance to be around because it's something that's a part of you. It's something you want to identify with. That's what makes this whole wonderful creation of a fragrance so magical, because it reminds me so much of what I look for in music, in my songs.
it's funny. I was telling a friend of mine the other day that I can't say. Well, I'm just going to put it this way. I am not very good at knowing which artist did which song or knowing the lyrics of that song. I just know that if I like it or it's got a good vibe and I can like feel it. But with you, it's completely different. I could list 25 of your songs right now and I probably know all the lyrics. It's just
Yeah, well,
incredible how you've conveyed so many messages through, and I'm not alone. I mean, that's why millions
yeah,
of
no.
people, I mean, just connect with you and how you bring emotion to us on so many levels. It's amazing what you've done.
Well, first of all, I'm honored that you're saying that, but I think if you can find a subject that again, I say, never goes out of style. Love will never go out of style. What does the world need right now? Love. And whether it's easy, that's love in a bottle. If it's easy like Sunday morning, that's love in a bottle. And so, as far as I'm concerned, to bring joy to people and talk about something, let's say, there are songs that went through Stuck on You, or excuse me, I should say, um, uh, Sail On.
Yeah.
That's a breakup song. I can't tell you how many people say, "You just nailed my divorce," but they're laughing while they're saying it to me. You
Right.
follow me? I mean,
Yeah.
that again, there's love and humor in that experience of life.
Yes.
As you start thinking about a fragrance, it becomes a part of the experience of your life. And if you can find a fragrance that actually sets that moment in time where you know where you are, what you were doing, and how you were feeling, that's
Right.
the story.
Even through sad times and heartbreak, your songs and your lyrics can give us strength and hope to carry on and move forward and bring some,
Yeah.
a little bit of levity to it,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
again, and yes, gosh, when you think about all your songs, you could probably develop 55 fragrances overnight to attach to any of the songs that we love.
Okay, you said that now. You said that, Callie. And so ladies and gentlemen, be looking for 55 more fragrances to come.
Well, I know it's not an easy undertaking, and it's a
No, it's
long
not.
process. I
It is a
asked
process.
last hour, for anybody just tuning in at this point, I asked Lionel earlier what it was that really got him triggered into wanting to develop his first fragrance, and now his second fragrance, and soon to come, hopefully a third. And we'll have him get into that. But as you're looking at the bonus buy on the screen, that's the bonus buy, and that was the first fragrance that Lionel put out to market, and we launched it here last Christmas, or like 7 months ago, to an absolute crazy sellout within, I think, 35 minutes. It was supposed to have, I think, 2 full hours. It was an instant hit, and it sold out, but we do have it back in stock, and it's the bonus buy. So you get it not at $35.95, it's $17 when you're ordering our today's special along with it.
Stop it. Stop it. Oh my God. Say what? Wait a minute. What's going on?
I
What was
know,
that price?
I know.
From 35 to what? To 17.
17.
Okay, that's it.
Sorry.
Okay. Wait. Okay, that's all right. I'm having a moment. We call that a deal. That's a deal,
That
right? Is
is
that
a
a deal?
steal of a deal.
That's a deal. That's a
Speaking of
steal of
which,
a deal.
I
Okay.
wanted to talk to you. I didn't get to ask last hour about the bottle, because it's not just about the fragrance, it's about putting it in something that is meaningful. How did you come up with this beautiful bottle? It's very clean and classic.
Okay. Simplicity. Simplicity is the word. Sometimes it's, there's always, sometimes you may say the gimmick is in the bottle. Okay, this is simplicity in a bottle. There's no gimmick to Easy Like Sunday Morning. There's really just the way it is. You don't want to be hyped. I don't want to hype you. I want it to be where the beauty is in the simplicity. And when you put it on, it's something where it's refreshing, it's alluring, it turns you into somebody in your head that makes you feel good. And that's the story. That's where I'm trying to go for, because I know what I want to get. Some days when you just want to escape in the middle of a crowd of people, I have my ways of psyching my brain out as to what it's going to be. And part of that is a fragrance. Part of that is a fragrance.
It's pretty amazing. It's the finishing touch to our day, to our morning, to our any time of the day, touching it up, which I love because we're giving you the rollerball as well. Yes, keep it in your purse. It's so easy. Put it in
Yeah,
your little cosmetic bag, and you
yeah,
always smell
yeah.
easy like Sunday morning.
Callie, that little rollerball is a secret weapon because, as far as I'm concerned, you didn't see me apply it. It's called, I just kind of was moving around, and thank you, I did it. Um, I kind of like that as the better part, because sometimes it's the obvious that sometimes is not necessary. This is one of those little things where you put in your purse and it doesn't become a production, and you have it with you all day, and it's everything. I love this addition to our fragrance family.
I love it too, and I love especially that, I mean, you won't get that in retail. When it hits, this fragrance will not be available anywhere until, well, maybe, well, at least 6 months down the road. That's why
Yeah.
I'm so excited and pumped for you guys to get it and get it now. Not only because it's the better price, but you get it so much earlier than the rest of the country, if not the world, when it really is released fully. So it's an exciting day. Again, this is part of our big birthday celebration to have Lionel. Middle of the month, as we celebrate such I mean, this is a fabulous business that we're in, that we get to reach all of you, close to 100 million homes in this country, live, and make special values available and special products like this. This is something, you know, yeah, you can go get a lot of things that sit on your shelf or sit in your jewelry box or hang in your closet, but this is every day that you will enjoy something that, again, I find it to be very fresh and clean and light and dreamy and alluring. And let's go through those notes again, Lionel, so you can explain how you picked what goes from the top to the middle to the base notes.
Well, again, it's very simple. When you start off with the tops in strawberry and grapefruit, that to me is really everything. And almond blossom, that's just great. Then jasmine, again, your middle notes with white, you know, and then with water lily, again, it works very well. And then your base notes are just basically musk and sandalwood. And I must tell you, it just, for me, the combination of that and the values that you put together are everything. I might want to add that if I may be ever so sneaky, to say that the reason we did such a great job, that now that you reminded me, that was a couple of days or a couple of weeks before Christmas, right?
Yes,
When we did Hello, right?
yes, it was.
Okay, so yeah, and I now figured out what the whole deal was. The deal was that everybody was trying to find that special gift. And in this case, guess what? You can get this, keep it, hold it, and give it as a gift and beat the rush and the price
Good
at the
point.
same time. As
Yeah.
far as I'm concerned, you know, if, and by the way, I don't know about you, but my grandmother was right when she said, when you're young, it takes forever for Christmas to come and your birthday. When you get older, it comes every Friday. Okay? Well, every time we think that Christmas is a long ways off, it's not. It's right here. So if you get it now, hold it, give it to your friends. It's something that you want to do. I think it's a perfect gift for your loved ones and people that you care about.
I love that you
You
said
know,
that,
this is the one.
which actually, that makes AutoShip kind of the right thing to do for a lot of us, because you'll get your set now. You'll get the full 3.4 ounce Eau de Parfum, and you'll get the Rollerball. And then if you want to do AutoShip, you'll get this price. If it's 60 days down the road, 90, you can slow it down. But that next shipment could be that perfect gift for that special someone on your list, because you will want to share it.
Yeah.
It's that special. So again, AutoShip, I'm surprised we're doing AutoShip, because this is such a great buy on an iconic, what's going to be an iconic new fragrance to hit the marketplace. So the item number is the same whether you do a single shipment today and get it delivered to your house, or if you do AutoShip and get another shipment, you know, 6 months down the road or 4 months down the road. You're always in charge of AutoShip. You're never stuck. It's not going to always come. You can cancel it. You can slow it down, speed it up. So everybody's in charge of that. But it's nice to get the free shipping and the special pricing for that future shipment.
That's a brilliant idea. Again, what happens with me is, unfortunately, I have friends that call me on the phone and go, Lionel, they sold out. And they're sitting in front of me going, would you happen to have a bottle? And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. But they're right. What I have is a stockpile, because what happens, it's the perfect gift. And again, it kind of has my signature for my friends. And so what I do a lot of times is just for an occasion. It's your birthday. It works perfectly. It's an
Yes.
anniversary. It's a perfect thing. It's, forget Christmas, that's a given. But Valentine's Day, it's
Yeah.
the perfect thing. But you have it, you hold it, it's there for you, and your friends will love it. I promise.
It is a beautiful experience. And I'll be honest, I mean, I've sold a lot of different fragrances here I've been here 24 years. There are fragrances that I'm like, ooh, okay, not for me. I instantly, with the first spritz, I'm like, love it, love it. And it doesn't go away. It lingers, but it's not an in your
Mm,
face. It's soft,
mm.
it's very feminine, but it's not too fruity or florally or citrusy. It's beautifully blended and rounded. And
Callie,
yeah,
Callie, I may need you to help me sell this fragrance because I think you have, you do this for a living, right? Because you're doing a great job. I
thank,
mean, honestly, this is, it's simplicity. Again, I'm hearing you say this. It's what I tried to make this fragrance all about.
I love it.
Simplicity.
I think
You
that's
understand
so,
me?
yeah, especially in this crazy world we live in right now, Lionel. There's so much, it drives me crazy. Every day you wake up and we're bombarded with everything from to the TV and all of it. I don't even want to say news because that's why I got out of the business 24 years ago and came
I
here.
understand. I understand. But it's again, it's not the magic in the bottle. It's just the mood in the bottle.
Yeah.
And to me, what I'm loving is you don't have to try to force it. It's just something that you want to put on. And I personally will tell you right now, it's just a freshener as far as I'm concerned. For me, it makes me feel fresh. It just kind of wakes me up a little bit. And because some days you just want a little life sprayed on you.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going.
You
Yeah.
might even take this and just spritz your sheets before you go to bed at night. It's that light and that fresh and that clean and that beautiful. Um, all kinds of ways that you're going to love wearing this, and I am very excited to. Here we are. It's 1:20 a.m. on the Eastern Coast. I mean, it's crazy, and I know it's earlier for
To
you, Lionel.
120.
It's 10:20
Right.
something, but
Yeah, you're
we still
exactly
have
right.
hundreds of people on hold trying to get in to get this fragrance while it's here at this price, and which is one day, and is only available here at HSN. I repeat that often because I
Well,
don't
for
want you to
God,
think that you're going to go
well,
somewhere else and get it.
For God's sakes, let them in, Callie. Let them in. You've got 100 people. Let them in.
Come on, doors are open.
Come on in.
In fact, that's actually my producer reminded me. There's a QR code on the screen right there. So if you take your phone, this
Yeah.
is a cool thing. Put it up to open your camera app and put it on the QR code. It'll bring you right to the Today Special, right to this fragrance from Lionel Richie, and you can check out right then and there. Whether you use FlexPay or not, you'll get free shipping. I know that for sure. And you'll get this exclusive bundle delivered first. You're going to be so thrilled with it. So here we are. I know, really an exciting day to offer something that's really a special on a day-to-day basis, just to enhance a mood and to celebrate. Maybe it's calm and maybe it's the peace that, the simplicity that you're describing, Lionel, can bring to us on a daily basis. And I can only imagine how important simplicity is for you with such a busy schedule.
Yeah.
Before we take a little break, Lionel, I was going to ask you just some, the personal things that we get to know about you during this time. Do you have like a vacation that you love more than others, like whether it's a place or it's the type of vacation that you find brings you peace and calm?
Yes. God, you're hitting my points. I am a person that give me not a lot of stuff to dress up to. Just give me the look of an ocean.
Hmm.
I will tell you, give me the fact that you hear the waves. Again, here we go again, calming. Because after a season of traveling around the world, if you play a drummer hitting anything, I'll scream and run out of the room. But we are, I tour. So when you want to take off, give me calm, the waves. So yes, the islands are my place of hideout. It's just for me, that's the other place to go. And I've just found my newfound place in Europe because, again, I didn't realize it was such a wonderful, elegant place. But Geneva, with all of the trees and all of the, it's Switzerland. It's just, again, that's the forest part.
Yeah,
And then if
yeah.
you wait, and again, if you wait just a little longer, catch me down south with all the mosquitoes you can have in your life and everything you. But it's something about hometown feelings and again coming home is something that's very difficult to do sometimes. But I love going back to the roots. And so those three places now, there's some parts of Europe I love, but give me Alabama and give me an island, and I'm happy as I can be.
Ah, love it. There is no place like home. I come from North Dakota.
Thank
I
you.
come from a small town as well, and not a hugely populated state. So I get it. When I go home, it's like openness and just the clean,
Yeah.
fresh air, the bright stars that look like they've been plugged into an outlet because there's no pollution and, city lights. So
Yeah, I know. I didn't realize that. I thought for the longest time when I moved to LA, I thought, God, I think I need glasses. And then I realized once I left California, I realized, no, it's to help see through the smog. The rest of it, once you get out from California, it
yeah.
becomes, oh, I can see perfectly. What are you talking about? You know, but it's creativity out here. Everybody gives LA a hard time, but I can create out here. It's the sunshine. It's the craziness of the people. It's the wonderful air of that wonderful side of my brain, that the madness, if you will, of creating. And then the best part about it is when you finally produce a product like Easy Like Sunday Morning, you're very happy with all the madness that I went through to finally get it. But you have to go through the crazy part of creating to figure out you get a gem that you're proud of.
Well,
And I'm very proud of this fragrance.
and you should be. It's really beautiful. I know you would not release it unless it was perfect and exactly the way you wanted it to smell, which is why this is the perfect title to it. Not only one of Lionel's iconic hits over his illustrious career, but it is a feeling that it almost like forces the feeling because it just calms you. It puts you in a peaceful place. And scents do that. They conjure up memories
Yep.
and a
Yep.
feeling and all the things that you said at the beginning of our show tonight.
Yes. How does it make you feel? And that goes for everything. When you get around people, they can say a few words about you. How do they make you feel? Again, how does the music make you feel? How does the fragrance make you feel? How does the clothing make you feel? If I can get you to feel, we're off to something wonderful, because that's the emotion that probably is the hardest thing for people to understand. If we can get under that layer of stress, if we get under that layer of busy and we're burnout. If I can find that one thing where it becomes, that makes me feel good, then that's accomplishing something.
And that's what this fragrance will convey for you and for those around you as you go through your day, whether it's the office or it's a special occasion or it's a night out on the town with the girls or a special date that you've got planned. It will be the one that you'll reach for. I can pretty much guarantee you that, and I'm so excited. Let me remind you that this is, first of all, not even going to be in retail until Christmas at best. 6 months down the road, that I believe it could be even after Christmas. And when it hits retail, this bottle you'll spend more on. You will not get the Rollerball. It is here only today at $49.95. On a 5 flex plan, that's any card you choose to use, it's $9.99. If you've got an HSN card, you guys, it's so crazy affordable to get this delivered. And here again, if you don't love it, you can send it back, but you will love it. So don't wait 6 months and don't spend more 6 months from now. When the rush is on for that holiday gift, that perfect gift for somebody special on your list, you'll have it. Maybe you get 2 sets, you'll pop 1 or 2 on the gift shelf, and you're ready to go. This is your day. This is the time to do it. It's 75694. And one more reminder, as you're getting our today's special, the Lionel Richie exclusive Easy Like Sunday Morning fragrance bundle, the bonus buy on his first fragrance that was a record breaker is so crazy affordable. It's $17. I'm almost whispering it because even Lionel was shocked.
Yeah, I'm actually sitting over here with my mouth open, going, "What are we doing again? What's happening?"
I hope you're not mad.
I'm not mad, because as long as we are getting these in the hands of people who have been asking me over and over again, "How do I get your fragrance?" This is how you get it.
Yeah. So the bonus buy, as you see, it's both men's and women's. Same item number, but it's only $17, not $39.95 if you order that separate. So it is definitely the day. Get your people covered. Check those folks off the list, as Lionel mentioned, whether it's birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, special occasions, any of the holidays. This is so the day to do something special for you and for others in your life and on your list. We're going to take a little break. We've got more to share with you on the other side with Lionel Richie.
My singular goal is to improve the quality of people's lives. Everything we do is intended to be unlike any other company of our kind. We just make exceptional vitamins so you could have exceptional health. It's not important that you get the products I'm offering, but it's very important that you get the information I'm sharing, because information is the key to being a healthy person.
Celebrate HSN's birthday with the HSN card. You'll get all kinds of perks, like VIP financing on so many items, plus extra flex on every item under $369, all day, every day. And at least 8 VIP savings events a year. Includes fraud protection, and there's no annual fee. Apply now and instantly get $40 off when you're approved. Call 1-800-695-1418 or visit hsn.com/HSN card. It's our birthday, and we're celebrating big time with a whole week of your favorite brands. Exciting new brands and products. Deals we're celebrating. And hundreds of birthday price items. Watch every day of the week during Birthday Bash Week, now through Sunday, only on HSN.
HSN. Cue the confetti and join us all month long so you don't miss out on everything new. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, yes, indeed. It is one day only, a Today special that is absolutely going to blow you away. You're going to love, love, love Lionel Richie's newest fragrance. It's called Easy Like Sunday Morning, one of his most popular, best-selling hits, and there's a lot of hits, as we all know. I went through the list earlier on the accomplishments of this amazing man who is standing by to continue with us. So generous of him. Think about this, and I said, I misspoke. I said, well, 4 Grammys for sure, but 18 American Music Awards. He's an Academy Award winner for Best Original Song, Say You, Say Me. I mean, a BET Award winner, Golden Globe Award winner, International Lifetime Achievement Award winner, and a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer. That was just last year. I mean, he just doesn't stop. And we're so happy for it because he has touched our lives and our hearts. He's been there for it. He has been part of so many of our life experiences. So I introduce you again to the one and the only Lionel Richie, joining us live from California.
Oh, God. I relish the fact of being the one and only. Thank you very much. If there are 2 or 3 Lionel Richies, we have a problem.
Well, I mentioned it earlier, and I'm gonna say it again because it is a true statement. I've had a lot of amazing opportunities here at HSN to work with a lot of big names and big celebrities. You're my favorite. You are from back in 2012.
I take that as a compliment, considering we survived the country album together. So that was pretty special. So here we are again. Was that together again after all these years?
Yes.
I love that.
Can't believe it was 11 years ago. Gosh, I've turned 60 since I met you.
You did. Excuse me. I mean, you're talking about a number. Just don't even call up that number anymore to me because, 60 to me is. I relate that to diaper rash. So you're doing all right. Trust me. Don't worry. You're nowhere near. Don't worry about. I know what that is.
No, I laugh.
You know what I'm saying?
It's hilarious to me because, I mean, I still act like I'm 24 most of the time, or 34, but.
It's the number.
It's
a number. If I tell you how many people, they use the word retire. And that's how I got into the fragrance business. I said, the last thing you want to do in life is retire from life. That's not what you want to do. You want to create the next chapter in your life. And so when I got into this wonderful fragrance world, I realized this is the next chapter of things of creativity that I love being a part of. And so it still reaches the people that bought the songs. It still reaches the people that show up at the concerts. It's just another wonderful step in my life that I want to share with my fans around the world. This is just a perfect extension.
I love it because it really does have an extension to what you do as a singer-songwriter, obviously with the music and the notes and the lyrics, but I mean, there are notes that are associated to creating a fragrance. And so there is something about creating a harmony that having your own fragrance does make sense. And I love that you chose to venture there. Let's go through some of the top notes, the fun notes, the strawberry, grapefruit, and almond blossom. Pretty interesting. The middle, I do love jasmine. I have jasmine bushes on the one side of my house. Love them.
Right.
Freesia is an amazing white floral. Waterlily is
Right.
another mid-tone, mid-note rather. Then I love patchouli. I love sandalwood. And then you've added the sugared musks, but not too musky, you mentioned.
No, you're right. Again, it's really can be overpowering at certain points, but if you blend it, if you bring it into harmony with the others, your mid and your tops, it just creates the greatest fragrances ever. I love it because it works. I find myself leaning now on musk where I didn't before. It really is fabulous. Yeah, I'm
I've
telling
always
you.
really liked musks personally, and I love that it's a light musk here. I can't wait. It's really hard, Lionel, isn't it, to explain a fragrance on television? You could just spray it into everybody's
Yeah,
homes.
yeah.
You would know.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing here, but I'm having a problem because this is what I do. This is it. All day, if I could tell the world what I went through to get myself to press this button and go, I'm there. This
That's
is what
it.
I want it to be like. And again, you walk out of the room and you come back in the room. I have sprayed the room with no one in it, just the fragrance. And I walked back in the room and they said, Lionel, what are you doing? I said, I'm creating the space that this will occupy because you want it to take a sense of a being. You want it to be there, but not in your face. This is one of those things where I've tested this so many times. I can honestly say I'm proud of it. I'm really, truly proud of it.
Yeah, I really, really love it. And I love Hello, your first fragrance too. I mean, I really love it. But this one is so, I think it's just such a beautiful thing that we're releasing it at this point in the year after the craziness of COVID and the stress of like politics and all the things. There is something about it. It does something magical. It just kind of stops and makes you go, okay,
Yeah.
take a breath.
Well, you said a part of it that's not really in the fragrance description, but it has a powdery kind of
Yeah.
of a tension getter that it does. It creates some kind of it's really it's soft.
It's soft.
It's soft and at the same time warm. I'm glad to
Yes.
hear you say that.
Yes.
It's soft and it's warm. I know these are strange words to use in a fragrance, but for me, in the midst of all of this, it's supposed to feel, a hit record is supposed to feel like an old friend. A fragrance is supposed to feel like an old friend. It's just brand new. And so I use those as my commonality. You know, I love this fragrance. Boy, it smells like something I had before. I love this song. Isn't this a song that sounds like, in other words, it's familiar?
Something familiar.
And so,
That-
something familiar.
Yeah, that in and of
Follow-
itself
follow
is
me?
comforting. Yeah, like the
Yeah,
familiarity of your favorite place in your backyard is where, you know, thank you for taking us on this journey of your beautiful gardens.
Yeah, I'm watching this right now. It's so crazy. And my problem is that you don't have to wonder where I am. I'm in the garden.
Oh.
And I've set up a place where in each area of the garden, I can sit and just take it in. And so it happens in the South, the same thing. I can go to a certain part of the woods. Again, funny how I refer to, in LA, it's my garden. In Alabama, it's the woods around my house because, it's all the things that I wanted to plant, they're in the woods.
Right,
And
yeah.
that's the whole point. Yeah.
And
It's aromatherapy at its finest.
good. Oh gosh, what a great word that is. Yeah, and such a different climate. I love California. My son lived out in LA for about 6 years. COVID brought him back home, and which I'm thankful for. But it is my favorite place. If I could pick a place to live in the country, it would be where your neck of the woods, as they call it. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you're home. I'm glad you had such a great tour on the global portion of your tour, and just coming back from Spain, I know, and then kind of revamping. And are you looking forward to going back out on tour, or does the thought of it exhaust you?
Well, I must tell you, someone asked me, how long are you going to be on the road? How long does your tour last? And my answer is, I've been on tour since '72. So
Wow.
the trick is, if you're lucky, you never come off of tour. So when someone says you just left Spain, yeah, well, I left Spain only because that was the last place of the tour. You didn't tell you about Germany and England and Switzerland and Montreux. You follow me?
Yeah.
To get to the end.
Right.
Well, we're going to start from New York, go to LA, and then we're going to go from there to the rest of the world. And by that time, it will be called, you've been touring for 1 year.
Wow.
In that year, we're going to also do American Idol. In that year, we're also going to do the launching of other stuff. So again, we're always busy, but at the same time, the enjoyment is, what is the one common factor that has to happen? If you don't like people, you're not going to like this business. I'm in the people meeting business. I think that you learn more from people around the world. They teach you a lot about things that I thought I didn't like this, and all of a sudden you fall in love with it. Why? Because they teach you what love is in that particular thing. When it came to fragrance, I fell in love with the process. And of course, now that I consider myself one of those, I'm in the fragrance category now. I like the idea of playing. When I do my music, this is not work. This is play. This is Lionel with all of his Gemini friends inside of him playing. This is what I do.
I love that. In fact, it was kind of one of the questions I wanted to cover with you tonight because of the crazy schedule that you do keep. What are the things that you might consider your hobbies that, when you're on the road? I mean, do you like to read? Some people like to knit and do the things, but that calm their brains. Do you have anything that just brings you back to center?
Okay, what brings me back to center for me is I like to be around creative spaces. I love art. So if you want to find where's the new artist, who's creating the next, who's the next Basquiat, who's the next, what's happening. So again, it gives me an opportunity to go visit museums and to find out who the writers are, the painters are. Again, for me, I love going to places that have great restaurants. That's another food. I'm a foodie. So you understand, those spaces, what's the mood of that restaurant? Not only the food must taste good, but the mood must be good. So that's what works there. And so between that and just being in the streets, I am a forever shopper. So I'm a fashionista. So again, how many different ways can you slice a black suit? You can find 100 different ways because that's what happens. I'm in the world. So, and that and customs and people. But again, how do I bring it back to my world? So what I do is, as I travel, this fragrance, Easy Like Sunday Morning, is a combination of not just me being in LA, but traveling the world and kind of comparing the different things I've learned to a fragrance. And so that's what makes my life so enjoyable, that every time I think I've learned just about the most fascinating things in the world, something comes along where I have another aha moment. And this different fragrance now, different from Hello. This is an aha moment for me with Easy Like Sunday Morning.
Well, I'm super excited for all of you to be a part of this world, this journey that Lionel is taking in the world of fragrance. I don't know if you heard him mention that Hello, his first fragrance, was, what did you say, in the top how many of all fragrances
No,
last?
we were in the final list. We were the final fragrance of the year list. So let me
Gosh.
just say that again. Fragrance of the year for my first attempt at trying to be in the fragrance world. All of a sudden, I get a phone call and I said, "Are you sitting down? You're in the final 5 of
Oh
fragrance
my,
of the year.
I
Thank
mean,
you very much."
who are you? I mean, other than Lionel Richie. That's crazy.
Well, I'll give you a little hint. I walked upstairs, I looked in the mirror, and I said, "Who are you?" Because, I mean, let's start over again. I came from Tuskegee, Alabama. I'm watching television one morning, and Dick Clark said, "The #1 record is the Commodores." Boom. Now, let's wake up. That was never said before in Tuskegee, Alabama. And then I go solo, and the Grammy goes to Lionel Richie. Are you kidding me?
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
think about, there are moments when, yes, you wanted to do it, but you started out here,
Right.
where it, in other words, people like it. And once it went to that, it's almost addicting, because you want to go, well, here's the next record. Here's the next one. You know, well, the same thing happens with fragrance. Okay, Hello did so well. Let's find something to its equivalent. Let's find something else. And that's the part I'm loving the most.
And I will say, it is very different from Hello. I love Hello. There is a men's and a women's version, which is a bonus buy, only $17 to get it today when you get our Today Special. Completely different. So there's a reason to
Completely
have
different.
both, and absolutely, you will love the softness of it. There's a calm and a peace. It's soft, it's fresh, it's clean, it's absolute perfection in a bottle. And don't forget, you're getting the Rollerball too. This is an extra $20 gift that we're giving you in the box. They're gonna get 2 separate boxes, so you can give them separately if you'd like 2 different gifts. But make sure you get yourself a set, because you will not want to part with it. When you smell it, you're going to be like, yeah, that's me. That's for me. I promise you, it's so good. And there's a lot that goes into creating a fragrance. It's not an overnight, or not created in like a week or 2 or a month or 2, is it, Lionel? It's a long process.
It is not, and you get so confused, because the part that gets me is I do travel. I do travel every other day, basically. And so I'm introduced to new locations, new customs, new fragrances. Oh my God, I spend most of my life going, what's that? What's that? What does that smell? What is that? And you want to add that to my growth, if you will. If I can bring my growth to my fragrances, then I've really accomplished something for my fans, because that to me is everything, when I can bring the world to them.
I love that you shared something last hour. I would love for you to share again for people who weren't with us, of how your friendship, your lifelong friendship with Kenny Rogers, and how he taught you how to just never stop, never give up, keep trying new things. I love that story.
What I loved about Kenny was, you know, some people are afraid of fear, a fear of failure. I have never met a person who, I'm the cautious guy, or I was cautious until I met him, but he was always, go for it. Go for it. You'll never know, but go for it with intensity. Just don't be mamsy-pamsy about it. I mean, if you're gonna do it, do it. And I would look at him some days and go, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen you do. But when it works, it really works. And he kind of dared life, if you will. I think I took that page out of his book because every time I would go to him and tell him I'm a little apprehensive about this, he'd go, "Did you try it?" And I'd go, "No, I did it. I worried about it. I thought about it. I just didn't try it."
Wow.
And so
Life lesson.
with Kenny, you know what I'm saying? It was a beautiful thing. So people all day long say, "Lionel, fragrance business, really?" And I go, "I tried it. The only way to know it's going to work is to try it." And when you get a hello that it becomes the top 5 finalist in fragrance of the year, that's an indication my trying and my effort paid off.
Oh,
and so now here's Easy Like Sunday Morning. Kaboom, here we go.
Here we go. The second in the lineup of hopefully many more to come. And it's a worthy collection to create in your own home. I mean, first of all, the bottles are gorgeous. They're just fun to display, whether it's a little, I have my fragrances on a mirror that my grandmother, my grandma Hannah was my favorite person in my life. And she had these little mirrors and I've set my fragrances on them. And I just create that little, it's just a little, speaking of art, to me, it's just a little space of art that I can create and reflect on some of the memories of her and create a special space to put beautiful bottles and know that the fragrance inside is going to evoke something so special. This fragrance is dreamy. It's enticing. It's a little extravagant, but it's calming. It's light.
So you use the word extravagant. I'll add another word to that, luxurious, okay? If I told you how long it took me to just get the bottle, I like the way the bottle feels, okay? And then you start thinking about what makes you feel special, what makes you feel luxurious, what makes you feel glamorous, what makes you feel to the point where you feel that person could be in this bottle. This fragrance, it's got to feel from the time you put your hands on it, the time you spray it on your body, to the time you carry it through the street. It has to feel good.
Great
That's
point.
the key to this whole magic.
And I love
You know what I'm saying?
the simplicity of this bottle as opposed to Hello. It was a pretty involved bottle. Gorgeous. There it is as the bonus buy. But I love the simplicity of this bottle for this fragrance with that title. It's perfect.
Yeah. We're not looking for the gimmick. We're looking for the actual reality of it. And again, there are a lot of things that happens where you want to do the flash and the flash. This is the essence of what Easy Like Sunday Morning is, which is it's in the bottle and it's very, very calming and sensitive and luxurious and at the same time special for you.
And I think for all of you ladies who are watching going, I wonder if I got to go out on a date with Lionel and have dinner with Lionel Richie, this is how he would want you to smell. I'm just
Don't
saying.
you go there. What did you just do? What did you just say? Wait. Now we're back to the country album. These are the things we couldn't say.
Listen, it's late.
Okay, this is late. Well, I will tell you this. I have been in a situation where sometimes when people get face to face with you, you get too much information. So I will tell you something. I'll start off with something I'm probably going to get in trouble with, but the opening line comes into, "Lionel, I've made love to you many times." You see, and so that alone scared me to death. Okay, but the point is, I'll go back from there. There's a moment when a song wants, what is a live show? They want to be with you. There's 25,000 people who want to be with you.
Gosh.
There's 30,000 people who want to be with you. They want to share in your life experience that they can't hang with me every day. So they find extensions to Lionel Richie.
There it
And this is when I found out that it's really not crazy when you have a fan that wants to share the life experience or the lifestyle of what an artist is about. This is just the extension.
And if there's any way that you could possibly take Lionel Richie home with you, it's right here.
I'm worried about you, Callie. I'm worried about you.
This
I can
has
see
been
it now.
so
Take Lionel Richie home with you. Oh my gosh, what's going on?
This truly, Lionel, has been so much fun spending. What a treat to have all of this time together and to really get to know you and laugh with you.